everybody, it's the coach.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. No gain on the dump off. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. A shotgun snap for Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Hill on the return. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Flush to his right, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney merciless. Able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Mike.
Yellow.
55, Mike. I'm coming after you.
Hey, check Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Not that time for Watkins. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You're going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 5 catches, 76 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about
rush coming, and he's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Hey, 57.
What we got?
Pick the edge. Go. Protein spill.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Yellow.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to and he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. No score after one on EA Sports. To try again after the sack. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bernard McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Faking the give, now Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards, the final tally. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Focus, defense, focus.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go. Tighten up, tighten up.
Yellow.
25, check 25, check 25.
On second down, it's McCoy. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Here we go, 37 to
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He is going to this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Flush to his right. This for his running back, McCoy. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, later tonight, we have more football, Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson, the hook up on the right side to Hopkins. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Here's Watson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here now a look at LaShawn McCoy. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his... And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. was a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's McCoy. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Butker's kick here is good. So a couple of... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Mahomes now to throw. Complete. The tight end Kelsey. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down now, it's McCoy, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Fells has it, left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Again, it's Watson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Alex Okafor in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Darren Fells, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me. 57 colors.
McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Kyler Fackrell. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. 10th carry now for McCoy. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
In your face.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Mark 55.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the 1st quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
55, mark, guys, 55. 65, 55.
On second and goal, Mahomes, and he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Kyler Fackrell able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
37's the Mike 37. I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. On second and 10, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup, 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Pass incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run on 1st down. McCoy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Back to throw. Mahomes. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.